Adrian Johnstone, CEO of Practifi. Your firm recently released Practifi Intelligence, which incorporates artificial intelligence capabilities directly into the CRM. Can you tell us about Practifi Intelligence, its features, and the gaps in the market it is aiming to fill?
Sure can. Yeah, it's possibly the most exciting thing that's happened within the business in the time that I've been CEO. So Practify Intelligence, we've heard a lot and we've read a lot over the last year or so about the advent of AI being the end of CRM. Something that always gave me a little bit of a chuckle personally. And of course, that was really being driven by a lot of point solutions, whether they were note takers or meeting prep tools or some other type of insight. But when you looked at a lot of those tools, what they're really doing is taking information from the CRM, applying a small amount of AI to it, and then pushing it back into the CRM to be consumed by the advisor. And so for us, that does a few things. It creates lots of little data silos, lots of little fracture points within a tech stack, and a lot of contractual complication for the firm where they've now got 3 or 4 vendors delivering something that advisors have long said, or wealth management firms have long said they want it delivered in one place. And so for us, it was logical to take a very powerful platform. Practify sits on the Salesforce chassis, but to embed AI deeply into that so that you could get a seamless process within a core system that's AI empowered. So the feature set for Practify Intelligence covers everything from setting up and booking a meeting, knowing how to or who to talk to, having that meeting, having it summarized or transcribed, summarized, having that come back into the CRM automatically, and for it to look up, importantly, very contextual custom parts of the data model, workflows, task templates, those sorts of things, and to take the insight from that summarization and transfer that into action within the CRM, all without someone needing to intervene. So we've really looked at that end-to-end experience and made sure that we've got everything from how you start a conversation with a client about things that are their personal interests alongside their wealth needs, alongside perhaps previous advice conversations or relationship data that you've had. But we also recognize that to run a firm is a complex piece. And so we wanted to embed a lot of power into practice management. How do you drive great behavior, whether you've got a seasoned team of advisors mixed with new, whether you're doing M&A and you want to bring teams together around a common goal? So we've positioned the AI capability within the tool such that at a practice management level, you don't have to worry about whether clients are getting different experiences depending on the seniority or length of tenure within a specific firm. You know that the technology is driving that experience to be consistent. It's not trying to replace the experience. It's trying to make that repeatable and consistent. And then we also stepped back a layer and said, look, workflow is an unavoidable, in fact, critical part of running a wealth firm. And in order to do that well, you need to be able to build pretty comprehensive workflows. The days of these kind of serial lists of tasks that perhaps some of the more outmoded systems use are really should be long gone. But the configuring workflow and understanding the process and being able to build that out and knowing what good looks like can be quite a big task itself, a very specialized area. And so for a lot of firms, that means engaging third-party consultants to come and understand their business and try and build a process. All the time, what they're doing is just asking the people what they need and then transferring that into technology. And so it's a bit like the old consulting adage of give me your watch and I'll tell you the time. So we wanted to move away from that. And so we built our workflow engine to be able to accept a natural language input. And so today, instead of having to understand how to configure a workflow in Practify and the nuances of working with a powerful platform like Salesforce, if you wanted to build a move money process in Practify today, You could start simply by just saying, um, build me a move money process. And something as simple as that, the AI from our admin intelligence product will go away and say, well, here's a simple one. Here's some insights that you might want to consider. And here's a better way to prompt for a more comprehensive process. And then you can just keep iterating and applying those changes. So a huge amount of power without needing to understand the first thing about building a workflow in a CRM.
That sounds pretty comprehensive and cutting edge. I would imagine that as AI itself develops as a technology, the capabilities of Practify Intelligence may also over time gain new features.
Yeah, so we today our intelligence suite is made up of three components. It's made up of admin intelligence, relationship intelligence, and meeting intelligence. We know that there'll be more of those complex kind of bundles that will come if we think of executive level insights or compliance monitoring and tracking. But also, we're very committed to making sure that each of those features themselves continues to expand in value. Already with admin intelligence, we're looking at user personalization. We're looking at some great and very powerful search capabilities that will come. We're looking at just a simple prompt window for advisors to be able to consume everything that they need on the fly from their CRM. So there's a lot already in train. We don't see that slowing anytime soon. Like many, we're confident that we're wielding a small amount of the power, but we're doing that to make sure we're doing it with maximum effect.
Adrian, thank you very much for your time.
Fantastic. Thanks, Chris.